morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this press conference. My name is Valerie M, and I am from the Lancaster Creamery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As you are aware, at 10 a.m. this morning, several cows from our creamery entered the roadway. Although it was not rush hour, there were some cars on the roadway, but not many. The people affected mostly by this situation were senior citizens heading over to an event at a local church. They were from our community, so they are aware of our location and our creamery. It's a miracle that this happened off hours and there was only a few cars affected. Although this incident caused delays, travelers were not harmed, and neither was there any property damage or damage done to any personnel. 8 cows had made their way out from the east gate entrance of our grazing pastures onto the main roadway, which was on Dairy Farm Road. Although no one was harmed, it was shocking to some of them for seeing the cows on the roadway and our newest cow, Casey, giving birth. Local EMT, emergency staff, our on-site vet, and our farm handlers arrived at the scene immediately. Our staff had provided an investigation on the gates on our facility and found that the locks to many of the gates that were manufactured by Lock and Key had weaknesses in their locking mechanism. That, in combination with the strong winds last night, is giving suspicion to that gate being opened and the cows being able to roam onto that roadway. Our staff secured the gates and also reached out to Lock and Key, and their statement was, Ryan from Lock and Key Manufacturers blamed the exceptionally strong winds for the damage. He stated that the locks were manufactured to keep in farm animals and designated to be reliable, delivering high performance in harsh wind conditions and being pressed up against by farm animals. Lock and Key will be performing a full investigation on their machines to determine if the locking mechanisms were caused by an assembly line process glitch or machine malfunction. Lancaster Creamery will provide a preliminary report once we hear back from Lock and Key. For those individuals that were affected by this incident, causing a delay to their church event, we will be providing free tickets to the Sight and Sound Museum and an overnight stay. We will do our best to ensure that all our gates are secure, and in over 85 years of our facility being in existence, nothing like this has ever happened before. The cows have been escorted back to the facility. Casey and her offspring are doing well and are in stable condition. And I would like to open the floor up to questions that you may have at this time. Yes?
What do you have in place to prevent this from happening again?
Well, at the current time, our farm handlers have secured the gates, and we are reaching out to Lock and Key to find out what their situation is, if they will replace the locks. We did have discussions about possibly providing closed-circuit TV cameras and even alarm systems on those gates to prevent this from happening in the future. But that would be an extreme case. First, we want to go the most effective way, but not a costly way.
Since you brought up the issue of cost, how financially feasible would it be for you to hire some sort of a security guard to remain on premises primarily while off regular business hours to just monitor the gate and the surrounding areas to protect, because next time could be quite catastrophic. You know, you could have those cows trampled into a mother walking, late night walk or anything along those lines. So for our peace of mind, is that something you would consider?
We will look into different ways of securing the gates and the facility, making sure that these farm animals stay on our grounds and not cause any disturbance to our community.
Will we receive any compensation from Lock and Key for the inconvenience? For the cows getting loose because of their technology failing?
Once we receive their report, we'll be able to determine if it was an actual malfunction on their part and how flexible they will be to compensate for this inconvenience.
How will we go about getting the tickets for Sight and Sound? Where is Sight and Sound located?
Sight and Sound is located in Lancaster, and they can reach out to our main office.
Do you have a procedure in place for, because I have one of my neighbors, he's complaining that his grass was trampled on, his garden and shrubbery, things that he invested. It was a significant investment in terms of money, time, effort, and it's costing now his wife is emotionally distraught. Not that I'm an attorney, but they want to file a claim not only against the entity, but against this private company who does that. Can you notify us of the claim procedure process prior to litigation? This is something we would like to resolve amicably.
We will do our best to assist with any questions that people have. You can reach our main office, and we will provide documentation on that.
One last thing, with the cost of milk going up, you consider giving us at least a gallon of milk free, the community? Just a gallon. We're not asking for a cow. Just a gallon or something. It's pretty high.
We would have to check with our shareholders and board of trustees on that one.
Over a gallon of milk? That is I'm sorry, man. No disrespect, but that is such a business response. Come on, let's get down to, can we just, human level, come on. A gallon of milk, $4, for the shareholders is inconsequential. For us, the regular consumers here who work for minimum wage, it's a big deal.
I'm not at liberty to make that decision. Again, we'd have to check back with our shareholders and board of directors.
And what is your title again?
I am the VP of Public Relations for Lancaster Creamery.
So you're a glorified entertainer. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, but we're talking about money. Okay, never mind. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
Are there any other questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.